everybody, this is Hornlitz here, and welcome back for more Let's Glitch The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. In the last episode, we finished off Fair and Twilight, and then did some really insane glitches, and then came here to Forest Temple and got the Boomerang early. And in this episode, I'm going to be finishing off with the Forest Temple, so that's pretty nice. And right off the bat, I need to go to the, the west wing of the dungeon, or east if you're on the Wii version, to get 2 heart pieces, because I am doing this game 100%, and so I need all the heart pieces. But I actually want to go over a glitch first, and I just need to kill this guy so we don't get in the way. So to explain this glitch, I need to explain how jump attacks work. Sort of. So basically, whenever you do a jump attack, you go this like set distance, and it's nothing special, it's just a normal jump attack or whatever. But whenever you're targeting pretty much anything, usually an enemy, and you do a jump attack, that was kind of a bad example, but you will get this like larger jump attack. It'll like go further basically. And that's really important. That's called the enemy long jump attack, and actually I've already abused this enemy long jump attack thing in the run already with sword and shield skip. The whole reason the trick works is because the second jump attack that I do is a big long jump attack over the trigger. But right here, I'm going to abuse it with a different method. Basically, you'll notice whenever I throw the boomerang that I'm kind of locked onto the boomerang, and we can actually do a long jump attack off of the boomerang. Ergo, the name is Boomerang long jump attack. But anyways, so basically, one of 2 conditions has to be met for the Boomerang long jump attack glitch to work. Either the Boomerang has to be over a void, like a bottomless pit, or it has to be over ground that is above Link's feet. So for instance, these stairs right here, they are higher up on the ground than Link's feet, so if I throw the Boomerang up there and then pull out the sword and do a jump attack, you'll notice I went really far. Like, I jumped from this stair, basically, to that stair over there. And a normal jump attack gets you, like, less than... It's like a third of the distance, basically. So this thing makes you go 3 times as far, essentially. So it's really useful. And so, yeah, I'll be using that a ton throughout the entire... The entire series. But there is one downside to it, and that is that it is not possible on the Wii version, which really, really sucks, and actually has given me a headache to trying to figure out what I want to do with these episodes now, but I'll get into that more a little bit later. But for now, I'm just going to pretend like everything's fine. So right here, you can actually do this cool little long jump attack over this guy. You can blow up that rock there and then jump attack over at the same time, basically, and it just looks kind of cool. But there is one other way you can do this, actually, and it's pretty simple. Literally, all you have to do is jump across there. Just jump a little bit off to the side, and then you don't have to worry about killing the Deku-like. It's pretty nice. So yeah, now we can just head into this room here. This is the room that we've got our first heart piece in. But I want to show something right here. In this cutscene, you'll be able to see there is nothing in this cage. Normally there's supposed to be a monkey there, but the reason that there is nothing in the cage is because I did the early monkeys glitch. The game sort of thinks that I have the first 4 monkeys saved. It's a little bit more complicated than that. I don't actually have all 4 of the first monkeys saved. Right now, actually, it only thinks that I have the first one saved, but visually, I guess, I have the first 4 monkeys saved. And so the first 4 monkeys are not going to be in their cages. And that's actually going to pose a bit of a problem, but I'll get into that a little bit later, once it actually becomes fully relevant. But anyways, now right here, I need to get the second heart piece, which is in this alcove that's down here behind this Deku-like. And normally you're supposed to use a bombling that's over there. It's kind of hard to see. Let me see if I can like sort of target it. Yeah, right there. You can sort of see that bombling there. Normally you're supposed to use that, but there's actually a different method that I want to use. You can actually pick up a pot here, and because these Deku-likes will eat anything, they'll also eat a pot. So you can just kind of drop the pot into his mouth and then kind of wiggle yourself out because you're kind of stuck between the Deku-like and the wall. And then after that, you can just come into here and get the heart piece. And now this bombling. As a kid, I always thought that this was the most useless bombling in the game because I didn't think that there was a way to get behind here with the Deku-like still being there, which normally normally that's pretty much true. You would never actually have that happen, casually probably, but it's kind of interesting that they actually coded that bombling in just in case you did get behind there without killing the Deku-like. And it's useful for speedruns, so it's pretty nice, but I never thought as a kid that was a useful bomb lane, but it's cool that it turned out that it was. But anyways, so now right here you're normally supposed to jump across all of these platforms, go across that bridge and get the boss key over there, but there's a bit of a different method I'm going to use. It saves a tiny bit of time. Basically, you can climb up here, or get onto this corner, and I hope... Can this guy not do that, please? Thank you. Okay, if you get onto like the very corner, it's not actually that precise where you stand, and then you look towards this other platform over here, it's also not very precise. You can just do two jumps forward and you'll get across. It's pretty nice. And then right here you can target these in the correct order, but you actually don't need to target the first one because the boomerang's going to hit it anyways while it's going to the second one, so you might as well just not target the first one so that you save like a second or two because the boomerang doesn't have to stop on the thing. But yeah, that's a nice little time saver there. It's the little things, you know? So there, now we have the big key. Why is it called the big key in this game? I thought it was the boss key. I guess, I don't know, it's kind of weird. I don't know why Zelda games change what their boss keys are called, like every other game, literally. Like, I don't know, it seems really weird. But anyways, now that I've done that, we can just head to this room and get through this room. Right now, I'm basically just going to the boss because there's nothing left I need to do in this dungeon. You might be thinking, oh, but you have a bunch of monkeys to save. Well, no, I don't. So first off, right there, actually there's a bit of a long jump attack you can do to get up here a little bit faster. It saves like half a second or something like that. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And then right here, back to our train of thought earlier, I can actually get to the boss door without rescuing all of the monkeys because the long jump attack glitch is that powerful. So because there is a big empty void, I can get a bunch of long jump attacks here. So you can get one over there, and then you can do a bunch of jump attacks here. That was a little risky. You can... Okay, I'm nervous, okay. Yeah, you can do a couple jump attacks to get up here. As you could probably tell, the collision in this area is a little bit weird. You're not normally supposed to be able to get here. These platforms are only solid because the monkeys need them to be solid to stand on. And so their collision is a little bit messed up, and it's a little extremely easy to void out in this area. So I'm kind of glad that I didn't. But then we can do one more quick long jump attack just by targeting up there and then jumping across there, and then we are at the boss door. So that is how you do not need to rescue every monkey to beat this dungeon. However, as I mentioned earlier, because the Wii version doesn't have the boomerang long jump attack glitch, that raises a few problems. And this dungeon is one of them. So, nice bong. Basically, in order to get the monkey chain to spawn, you need to rescue all of the monkeys. That's pretty obvious. But because I did the early monkeys glitch, I already have the first 4 monkeys saved. And I mentioned earlier, actually I showed in the cutscene, that where these monkeys are in the dungeon, they actually aren't there anymore. The monkeys have actually disappeared. You can still go and rescue the monkeys, in quotation marks. You can like open the cages that they're in, or you can like break the cages that they're in or whatever. And it will sort of still rescue the monkey, and that actually works for monkeys 3 and 4. If you go and open their doors, everything works out fine, and the game thinks that the monkeys have been saved. But Monkey 2, I believe it's the one down there, Monkey 2 is stupid. Basically, there's an extra flag tied to him where basically you need to normally rescue that monkey in order for the monkey chain to spawn. Basically, like right after you rescue him and then kill the bokoblins that spawn after you rescue him, there's like this clapping animation he does. That animation sets a certain flag in the game's code that basically... I don't actually know what the flag like exactly does, but basically if you don't have that flag set, the monkey chain cannot form. And that kind of sucks because for the Wii version, because you can't do the long jump attack glitch, you can't get over to this platform that I'm standing on early. And so you have to rescue all of the monkeys. And so because of that, you can't do the early monkeys glitch. I did mention with the annotation or whatever that the early monkeys glitch works on Wii, and it does. There's nothing wrong with it. It does work. However, it prevents you from being able to actually spawn the monkey chain. And so because of that, I want to actually show what the Wii version does in this dungeon. So I'm going to, for the first time, switch over to the Wii version and show you guys what they will do. Alright, so now that I'm on the Wii version, I can get to showing you guys what you need to do on the Wii version. You might be thinking that this version is just going to be like the same as a casual playthrough of the dungeon, because we can't do any long jump attacks, and if we can't do early monkeys, then what can we even do? Well, that's not entirely true. There is something we can do. So let me go and show you what to do. Unfortunately, the very beginning of this dungeon in the Wii version especially is just, there's not really much to it, or not like anything extra to it, but especially the second half of the dungeon has some really cool stuff, or semi-cool stuff. I don't know, it depends on your definition of cool, but yeah, so basically I'm gonna be showing off pretty much all of that, because each individual monkey room, most of them at least, have some form of interesting trick you can do, and so I'll try and show off all of the ones that I know at least. So yeah, but first we have to go up to the north room here and trigger the Ook cutscene, because that's just how this dungeon works. And right after this cutscene, there's actually one frame where you can backflip like that, actually. I'm surprised I got it, especially on the Wii version. But yeah, there's one frame you can backflip. It just gets you to the door closer. It saves like maybe half a second. Actually, that's probably even pushing it. But yeah, again, this game has a ton of one-frame tricks. So that's one of them. Or, well, one-frame time savers. I'd hesitate to call that a trick, but you know what I mean. But anyways, now we're in this room. We need to go and rescue the second monkey, which I actually need to grab the key first, and there's actually a little bit of an interesting thing we can do. You see this spider here? Well, you're supposed to normally like knock it down with either the slingshot or something, but you actually don't even need to bother. You can just kind of jump attack beside it, and everything's all completely fine. Also, I wasn't even supposed to go this way first. But yeah, you can literally do that, and there's nothing wrong with that, so I guess that was a bit of an oversight from the developers. Either that, or they just didn't want you to have to kill it. One or the other. I don't really know. But anyways, nice bonk. I always bonk there. I swear, I always used to do that as a kid. I would always bonk on that door. I don't know, maybe it's just the, like, the distance. It looks like you have enough space to make a roll, but then you don't, or something. I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, right there is the small key. So we're just going to be heading back and rescuing the second monkey now. And I actually, earlier in the episode, I did say something. I actually want to correct it a little bit. I said that there was an extra flag tied to the second monkey that made it so that you couldn't spawn the monkey chain at the end. That's not quite true. It's not an extra flag or anything. I'm pretty sure it's just the normal flag that would normally get set, you know, whenever you rescue any monkey. But because we can't actually see the animation... Where am I going? But because you can't actually see the normal, like, animation of the, of, like, the monkeys being rescued, if you do the early monkeys glitch, that flag just never gets set. But anyways, so yeah, right here, once you do that, a couple bokoblins are gonna spawn right here. You need to kill them first, and then there's gonna be like this animation where the monkeys are doing like this hand clapping or this animation where the monkeys are clapping their hands, which hopefully we can see it in like a second here. Yeah, right there, or yeah. So that animation right there is what basically triggers or sets the flag that basically says you can spawn the whatever you want to call it, the big monkey chain at the end of the game, or the end of the dungeon. So yeah, that animation right there is the reason that you can't do the early monkeys glitch on this version. You might be thinking, because, well, I can't remember exactly what I talked about on the Wii version. Wait, why am I going this way? I can't remember exactly what I talked about on the Wii version, or on the GameCube version earlier in the episode, because this recording is like a couple days later. But basically, the second and third monkeys, the flags that get set for whether or not they have been rescued, basically has nothing to do with whether or not they're actually, like, it doesn't have to do with the act of actually rescuing them. It has to do with opening the door that they're like blocked behind. So it has nothing to do with them in particular. It's just the door in front of them. And so even if the monkeys aren't there, you can just open the door and it will still trigger the monkey as being rescued, even though the monkey's already been rescued technically. So yeah. Now right here, we are basically getting ready to completely, well, not break the dungeon, but you know, we're getting ready for the glitch that actually still kind of breaks the dungeon. So this right here is called, I guess we'll just call it early boomerang. So basically, you can actually clip into the side of these bridges. That's, I guess, a separate glitch called bridge clip, but since this is the only use, it's basically the same glitch. So basically, as soon as this thing starts turning, you can, if you're standing right about here, right beside, like there's that little bump to the left of me, if you're standing right beside that and then walk into this as it's turning, you will basically clip into the side, and then you need to be a little careful that you don't pop out, but you need to basically just run to the middle, and then if you actually pull up Midna, it automatically triggers these things to turn sometimes. I guess you have to do it like right away. If you wait too long, it's not actually gonna work, but yeah, if you pull up Midna, normally it'll end up going immediately. But then once it's actually switched, you can just do a roll jump off and then a jump attack to clear that bridge right there. And then right here, we can angle ourselves a little bit about, it's not really precise, but you can angle yourself a little bit, actually more like that. And then do a side hop as they're switching, and you'll land in this bridge, kind of clip through the side there, and all of a sudden, we are at the Ook room, and we have not rescued 4 monkeys. So yeah, that is pretty much the way that you are supposed to break this dungeon on the Wii version. And actually, this was the method that was used for ages in the GameCube version before Early Monkeys was found, because I mean, this is just the best way of doing the dungeon without Early Monkeys, so yeah. But anyways, now that's done, I just need to kill Ook. This is actually going to take 2 cycles, so I'm going to skip this. Alright, so now that I have the boomerang, you might be thinking we're just going to save warp, but that's actually not faster if we need to rescue more monkeys. Because, yeah, that is what I want to do, okay. Because, there is a monkey that's, can this work? There is a monkey that is, like, sort of really close to the exit of this door, and it would just take more time to go and actually get the monkey from the save warp location rather than like opening this door. So it's faster to just open this door and go and rescue that monkey. So that's why I'm not going to bother save warping. But yeah, as you can see right here, you need to like hit this thing 3 times, and it's really dumb and I don't know why they bothered doing that. Why they made you have to hit it 3 times. It's so pointless because like having to hit it once would have been just fine, but no, you have to do it 3 times, because apparently once is never enough for teaching how to do stuff. But whatever, anyways. So yeah, now that we have the boomerang, we don't need to do any fancy jumps across these things, and then we can just throw the boomerang there. So that's another thing about the Wii version. You aim with the Wii pointer. That was like the entire point of the game and point of the console in general. But I find it just really annoying. I don't know. Like, it's technically faster if you do it right, but like, I don't know. I don't like it personally. I don't know many people who do like it, but whatever. It's not like it's a huge deal or anything. But anyways, now that we're done that, we can just head into this room right here, and now we can get to rescuing monkeys 3 and 4, which we already should have technically rescued. Now, oh yeah, we need to do this first. So I'm gonna go and do the bombling skip again, or bombling skip, the Deku-like skip on the Wii version, or the Wii version of it. And then I'm gonna come into here. I'm not going to be bothering in getting the heart pieces on the Wii version, because the main version that I'm going to be playing through is the GameCube version. Can this... Okay, I don't know what it is. My Wiimote, the minus button that I'm using to skip cutscenes, is not working. Oh, come on. Yeah, for some reason my minus button is kind of glitching out. I don't know. I don't know what the problem with it is. But anyways... I totally forgot what I was talking about, so I'm just gonna pretend like I wasn't talking about anything. But yeah, so we can just go and rescue this monkey. I didn't grab the key again. Or again? Was I might have been thinking of a different recording. I don't know. Anyways, I didn't grab the key. The key that you're supposed to grab is right here. This fancy little key right here. So let's just go and grab that. Excuse me. There we go. And then I'm going to go and rescue the monkey. But yeah, I didn't really show it in the opening cutscene, at least I don't think I did. But yeah, basically the monkey isn't in his room, and so we can just open the door and free nothing, and that will set the flag that we need to have set. So yeah, and actually this big Skulltula here, you don't need to kill him. There's literally nothing in the game's code that forces you to kill him. He kind of like pops down and from the ceiling right when you're about to save the monkey and everything, and it's, I guess, implied that you're supposed to fight him, but you really don't have to. You can just ignore him, open the door, and the monkey will be completely fine. But anyways, there we go. Okay. Oh, come on, oh, you press the Z button to lock. I guess that's kind of... I don't even know the controls to this game, dude. That's how little I play it. Twilight Princess is like probably the game I've spent the most time on in the entire world, and I don't even know how to play the Wii version. But anyways, so right here, this guy is pretty easy to kill. You kind of just need to do some jump attacks on him. Okay, he did do what I thought he was gonna. Okay. And actually, sometimes you can get a couple hits on him before he like raises his head too high up for you to be able to hit him. But yeah, he's really simple. He takes 3 hits if you have the normal sword. If you have the Master Sword, he takes 2. But anyways, then we can just throw the bombling into the Deku Lake there, and then wait for him to die. And then I'm going to see if I can... I don't actually know if okay. Basically, I'm going to be boomeranging? I don't think that's technically a word, but I don't care. Yeah, I'm going to be throwing the boomerang here at the key, and it'll grab it and bring it to me, and that just saves a little bit of time. I actually didn't know about that until like just a few days ago, that you could boomerang that key. But I guess it doesn't really surprise me, but you know, it's cool. But anyways, so yeah, they're technically, even though I haven't rescued anything, I rescued monkeys 3 and 4 just now. And then I've also rescued monkey 5. I didn't really... That was the one that I had to... Okay, that was a little weird. That was the one that I rescued on the way back from getting the Gale Boomerang. But now that I've done that, I can go and rescue monkeys 6, 7, and 8, pardon me. And there are actually some more interesting strats for those ones. There's a bit of almost unintended stuff you can do with, I think, 2 of them. Like, I can't quite remember, but yeah, I'll get to them when I actually get to them. But yeah, the other monkeys are kind of just up where we got the key. Now that we have the boomerang, we can progress past that spot, so might as well go and do that. Alright, so I decided to cut ahead to the 6th monkey room. And basically, what you're supposed to do here is, I'm just killing these guys because they're kind of in the way, but basically, come on. These guys are so annoying. Alright, so basically, there's that big rock that's up there, and then behind them, there's another rock. Basically, you're supposed to grab that bombling that's over there and blow up both of them. But if you have a good standing position, which something like this might work, you can actually skip hitting this first boulder. It is kind of precise though, so hopefully I can actually get it. But basically, you kind of want to target like up here and then in back there, and hopefully, provided the bomb doesn't explode on anything, yes, right there. So as you can see, I blew up this one, but I still have this rock, so I can't even go up there. So that's pretty cool. That's actually the first time I've ever gotten it. I never really practiced it much at all, but yeah, that's the first time I've gotten it. But anyways, now right here, there's actually a cool little skip you can do. You can climb up onto this ledge here, and then there is like 1 or 2 frames or something where you can actually do a roll, and that will let you jump off and onto this platform without killing the Deku-like. So that's pretty nice. Just a little bit of a time saver. It honestly, like, actually, I guess it saves a little bit more than a few seconds, but yeah, basically, normally you're obviously just supposed to grab that bombling and then hit that guy, or hit the, put it in the Deku-like, and the Deku-like will die, but of course, that doesn't really matter when you can do that. Anyways, now right here, where... Is it seriously the other way? I'm getting confused by GameCube Wii differences again. This is why I never wanted to play the Wii version. Because it's always so confusing. Oops, it turns the other way. See, like, literally everything is just completely messed up. Everything I know about this game, because it's been mirrored, it's completely different, and I can't comprehend that. But anyways, so now right here, I'm just going to be flipping this bridge. The other 2, oops, the other two monkeys are on the rooms to either sides here, so I'll go this way first, I guess. It really doesn't matter which way you go first, but okay, this is the small room. Now, I'm pretty certain there is a really fast way of doing this room, but I'm not sure how to do it. I feel like I vaguely remember seeing somebody do this trick where basically they don't even fall down, they just light that first spider web and then throw the boomerang in a very, like, do a few weird boomerang targets in a specific way, and that actually, like, breaks the cage down here. But I feel like I've only ever seen one person do that, and that was years ago, and I've never seen anybody do it since then. But I feel like it's possible, but yeah, I have no idea how to do it, so I unfortunately couldn't show that to you guys. But this room has something interesting in it. This room actually has a funky way of doing actually skipping the entire room. So you see these little tiles that are popping up out of the ground. I forget what they're called. They're like tile worms, or I don't even know. But if you walk onto one from a certain direction, it will push you off in that direction and really high up. So if you walk onto this side onto this side of that Deku like there, you will actually get thrown up here right by this treasure chest. And I'm trying to angle myself forward here. If you angle yourself forward and then do a roll jump off, you can actually grab onto this ledge, and you have completely skipped the room. Well, for the most part. You still need to actually free the monkey, but that's easy just by targeting there, and then the monkey's free. So yeah, that's honestly, I really like the worm boosts. They're pretty cool. There is one more actually in the monkey room that has the heart piece in it. There is a strat you can do there just to kind of get up to a higher platform, or not early, but like without actually climbing on the vines using a worm boost, and it's really cool. But yeah, unfortunately they aren't very useful except for in this dungeon, specifically that room. But yeah, now you can see, because I have actually properly rescued, in quotation marks, all of the monkeys, the monkey chain is forming now, and I will be able to jump across. So that is how you were supposed to do this entire dungeon on the Wii version. And if you were doing an 100% run and getting the heart pieces would be absolutely no different than what they were on the GameCube version. It's just when you were going to rescue, Monkey 3 or whatever, you would go and get the heart piece in room 3 and whatever. Like, it's pretty much common sense stuff from that point on. But yeah, after that we can just kind of hop across here, and now we are at, actually I never grabbed the boss key now that I think about it. Well, wait, how did these guys turn around? Literally every single one of them turned around. Interesting. Well, anyways, but yeah, I guess I forgot to grab the boss key, but you're supposed to grab the boss key at some point, probably when you're going back to go to the place where you get monkeys 6, 7, and 8. But yeah, now that I've shown that all off, I'm going back to the GameCube version. Alright, so now that I've shown you that, I'm just going to head into the boss on the GameCube version, because I am not fighting this boss on the Wii version, especially with what I have to do in this boss. So basically, there's a cool little strat that we can do in this boss. Actually, first I want to mention, right here, I kind of forgot to do something right before this episode started, but basically, right when I first start this, there's going to be a cutscene that's playing here. I mentioned when I was talking about early boss flags that the next time I entered a boss room, the boss cutscene would be skipped. And that is true, that would happen, but I did turn off my Wii since I recorded that episode, so that is why this cutscene is showing here. If I actually went and set the boss flag again, this cutscene wouldn't be here, and I would just start the fight. Like, if I skip the cutscene right here, the fight, as soon as I entered the door, basically it would start right here. So yeah. But now, right here, I'm going to actually let post-commentary me take over. Alright, so basically the premise of this fight in the speedrun is I'm going to be doing this a bit of a weird way. So basically, once the second phase starts, all of these bomblings that I'm boomeranging right here disappear. They go away, and you're supposed to wait for Ook to start swinging back and forth with a bombling so that you can use that to damage the main body of Diababa. However, if you save 2 bomblings from the first phase, you can actually use those bomblings to damage the main body of Diababa without waiting for Ook. Thus, this trick is called Ookless. But, oh my goodness, this is the worst trick in the game. Not actually, I would say Bokoblin pushing is worse, but this is so bad. So basically, whenever a bombling enters the Boomerang, it's like its timer resets, and so that is the only reason that this actually works. So once I actually managed to damage the guy with the first one, I threw the second bombling away so that I could damage him properly. Now I actually messed up here. I didn't manage to blow up with the first hit, but fortunately that didn't end up mattering. But yeah, so that right there is how you beat Diababa without seeing Ook. It is a terrible, terrible trick. I'm so glad that I decided to do post-commentary for this part, because this thing took me 25 minutes to get. I'm making it sound terrible. It's not actually that bad. I just have so much trouble with this trick, and so it took me forever to actually get that. And of course, if you fail it, you can't go for it again unless you reset the console or something like that, which is what I was doing. But yeah, it's really terrible. It's a very hard trick, I would say. But it's really cool. It actually ends up saving about 30 seconds overall, like over waiting for Ook and using those bomblings. And it's super useful and super worth going for in a speedrun. But man, it's so hard. But anyways, I'm glad that's over. It's really cool. I do really like seeing Ookless when it's done well, but it's so dumb. But anyways, now that I've said that trick is dumb enough, we can just go and get this heart container right here, and then we are basically done the episode. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, click the like button. If you didn't, fine, click the dislike button. Follow me in all the links in the description, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!